Our list of the 100 greatest movies of all time was compiled by actors, film experts, and enthusiasts. This list offers a wide range of films, from the timeless romances, to the groundbreaking works and to the modern classics. See how your list compares with ours, and grab the opportunity to watch the movies you've been missing out on. And here are the 100 greatest movies of all time, starting with number 100. Schindler's List is a 1993 American historical drama film directed and produced by Steven Spielberg. It received critical acclaim and won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. The Great Beauty is a 2013 Italian film directed by Paolo Sorrentino. The film received critical acclaim and won numerous awards, including the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. Crimes and Misdemeanors is a 1989 American film directed by Woody Allen. The movie was critically acclaimed for its complex storytelling and thought-provoking themes. From the Terrace is a 1960 drama film directed by Mark Robson and starring Paul Newman, Joanne Woodward, and Myrna Loy. This is a first-rate movie and is very underrated. Paris, Texas is a critically acclaimed film directed by Wim Wenders. It won the Palme d'Or at the 1984 Cannes Film Festival and has since become a cult classic. Close Encounters of the Third Kind tells the story of a group of people who experience contact with extraterrestrial life forms. It stars Richard Dreyfuss, François Truffaut, and Terry Garr, and has become a classic of its genre. Love Actually features an ensemble cast of well-known actors, including Hugh Grant, Emma Thompson, Colin Firth, and Keira Knightley. It has become a beloved Christmas classic and is often cited as one of the best romantic comedies of all time. Whiplash is a drama film that follows the story of a young jazz drummer who attends a prestigious music school and is pushed to his limits by a demanding and abusive instructor. It was nominated for several Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Supporting Actor for J.K. Simmons' performance as the instructor. Sophie's Choice is a 1982 drama film based on the novel of the same name by William Styron. The film was directed by Alan J. Pakula and starred Meryl Streep, who won an Academy Award for her performance as Sophie. The Hustler is a classic 1961 film directed by Robert Rossen and starring Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason, and Piper Laurie. The film was a critical and commercial success, earning multiple Academy Award nominations and establishing Newman's status as a Hollywood icon. Valley of the Dolls is a film based on the all-time #1 bestseller by Jacqueline Suzanne. It features an outstanding cast, including Patty Duke, Barbara Parkins, Sharon Tate, Paul Burke and Susan Hayward. The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover is a critically acclaimed film directed by Peter Greenaway. The film is known for its bold and controversial themes, as well as its stunning visual style and powerful performances from its cast. The African Queen is a classic adventure film released in 1951, directed by John Huston and starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. It was a critical and commercial success, earning Bogart his only Academy Award for Best Actor. Carmen Jones is a 1954 musical film directed by Otto Preminger. The film stars Dorothy Dandridge in the title role, with Harry Belafonte as her love interest. Dandridge became the first African-American woman to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. The Grand Budapest Hotel is a 2014 comedy-drama film directed by Wes Anderson. The film features an all-star cast, including Ralph Fiennes, Tony Revolori, and Saoirse Ronan, and was praised for its unique visual style and witty humor. The Piano is a critically acclaimed film directed by Jane Campion. It won numerous awards, including the Palme d'Or at the 1993 Cannes Film Festival. The Deer Hunter tells the story of 3 steelworkers from Pennsylvania who are drafted to fight in the Vietnam War. Starring Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, and Meryl Streep, it is considered a classic of American cinema. Hidden, directed by Tim McLaughlin, revolves around a mysterious and elusive subject matter that is not immediately apparent to the audience. If you are a fan of mystery and suspense, this is a movie you must see. Brazil follows a low-level bureaucrat named Sam Lowry as he becomes embroiled in a series of surreal and absurd events. The movie is known for its dark humor, imaginative visuals, and commentary on bureaucracy and authoritarianism. The Goonies is a classic adventure comedy film from 1985, directed by Richard Donner and produced by Steven Spielberg. The film has become a beloved cult classic and has inspired countless other adventure movies and TV shows. Naked is an independent British comedy drama film, written and directed by Mike Leigh. The movie revolves around the life of a Manchester physicist, played by David Thewlis, who wakes up one Saturday morning to find he has been mysteriously transported back in time to the beginning of his adult life. Scenes from a Marriage is a critically acclaimed Swedish television miniseries that was later adapted into a film. The film adaptation, released in 1974, features Liv Ullmann and Erland Josephson in the lead roles and is considered a masterpiece of cinema. A Room for Romeo Brass is a film that tells the story of two young boys, Romeo and Gavin, growing up in a small English town. Directed by Shane Meadows, the film has been praised for its authentic portrayal of working-class life and its poignant exploration of the joys and struggles of youth. Star Wars, Episode 4: A New Hope was the first installment in the Star Wars franchise and introduced audiences to iconic characters such as Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo. A New Hope was a critical and commercial success, and its impact on popular culture can still be felt today. Ben-Hur is a 1959 American epic historical drama film directed by William Wyler, based on the 1880 novel Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ by General Lew Wallace. The film won a record-breaking 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and is considered a classic of American cinema. Tender Mercies is a 1983 American drama film directed by Bruce Beresford and starring Robert Duvall. It received critical acclaim and won 2 Academy Awards, including Best Actor for Duvall's performance. Amour was directed by Michael Hanke and tells a poignant story of love and loss. The film explores themes of love, mortality, and the complexities of human relationships. The Third Man is a classic film noir from 1949, directed by Carol Reed and starring Joseph Cotten and Orson Welles. It is known for its iconic score and its stunning cinematography of post-war Vienna. The General is a silent comedy film released in 1926, directed by Buster Keaton and Clyde Bruckman. The film is considered a classic of the silent era and is renowned for its thrilling action sequences and Keaton's physical comedy. The Thin Red Line is a war film released in 1998, directed by Terrence Malick. This movie was critically acclaimed and received 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. The 1982 film, Blade Runner, is set in a dystopian future Los Angeles in 2019, where genetically engineered beings called replicants are used for dangerous and menial tasks. It stars Harrison Ford in a brilliant performance. A Streetcar Named Desire follows Blanche DuBois, a fading Southern belle who moves to New Orleans to live with her sister and brother-in-law. The play has been adapted into several films, including this 1951 version starring Marlon Brando and Vivien Leigh. Monster is a 2003 crime drama film directed by Patty Jenkins. The movie tells the story of Aileen Wuornos, a former prostitute who becomes a serial killer. Charlize Theron won an Academy Award for her portrayal of Wuornos in the film. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a classic film based on the novel by Ken Kesey. The story follows Randall McMurphy, a rebellious criminal who fakes insanity to avoid prison time and is sent to a mental institution. The film is a powerful commentary on the nature of authority and the importance of individuality and freedom. The Sacrifice revolves around a man named Alexander who is willing to make a great sacrifice in order to prevent a nuclear war. As the story unfolds, Alexander's commitment to his cause is put to the test, and he must confront the possibility that his sacrifice may not be enough to avert disaster. Breaking the Waves is set in a deeply religious community in the north of Scotland, where a naive young woman named Bess McNeil meets and falls in love with Jan, a Danish oil rig worker. Jan has a serious accident on the rig, and the story unfolds from there. A Clockwork Orange is a dystopian film directed by Stanley Kubrick, based on the novel by Anthony Burgess. The film is known for its striking visuals, use of classical music, and controversial themes. Being There is a 1979 film directed by Hal Ashby and starring Peter Sellers. This movie is a satirical commentary on the power of media and the superficiality of politics. Notorious, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, follows the story of a woman recruited by the American government to spy on a group of Nazis in South America. It stars Cary Grant, Ingrid Bergman, and, of course, Mr. Hitchcock makes his trademark cameo appearance approximately 1 hour and 4 minutes into the film. Harold and Maude is a 1971 American romantic black comedy drama film directed by Hal Ashby and written by Colin Higgins. This movie is about appreciating the beauty of life. Truly, Madly, Deeply is a 1990 British romantic fantasy film directed by Anthony Minghella. The film explores themes of grief, love, and the afterlife. All That Jazz follows Joe Gideon, a talented but self-destructive Broadway director and choreographer, as he struggles to balance his personal life and health with the demands of his work. It is a dazzling and emotional exploration of the highs and lows of the entertainment industry, featuring iconic music and dance numbers. Requiem for a Dream is a 2000 psychological drama film directed by Darren Aronofsky. The film explores themes of addiction, desperation, and the human condition, and has been praised for its powerful performances and haunting score. Nil by Mouth is a 1997 British drama film written and directed by Gary Oldman. The film follows the story of a working-class family living in southeast London, focusing on the destructive effects of alcoholism and domestic violence. It received critical acclaim for its raw and unflinching portrayal of domestic abuse and addiction. Midnight Cowboy is a 1969 drama film directed by John Schlesinger and starring Jon Voight and Dustin Hoffman. The film was a critical and commercial success, winning 3 Academy Awards including Best Picture, and is considered a classic of American cinema. Tootsie is a classic 1982 comedy film directed by Sidney Pollack. The film stars Dustin Hoffman, Jessica Lange, and Terry Garr, and was a critical and commercial success, earning 10 Academy Award nominations and winning 1 for Best Supporting Actress. The Royal Tenenbaums is a 2001 film directed by Wes Anderson. The film is known for its quirky characters, unique visual style, and offbeat humor. This Is England follows the story of a young boy named Sean who, after losing his father in the Falklands War, finds himself drawn to a group of skinheads. The film explores themes of identity, belonging, and the impact of social and political factors on youth culture in 1980s England. The Princess Bride is a classic romantic comedy film that tells the story of a young woman named Buttercup who falls in love with a farmhand named Westley. Along the way, the film is filled with humor, adventure, and true love. The Turin Horse is a 2011 Hungarian film directed by Bela Tar and co-written by Tar and Laszlo Krasznahorkai. This film is a meditation on the monotony of rural life and the struggle to find meaning in a world that seems to be falling apart. In Star Wars, Episode 5: The Empire Strikes Back, the Rebel Alliance is on the run from the evil Galactic Empire. This film culminates in a dramatic confrontation between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, revealing a shocking truth about their relationship. Mean Streets is a 1973 American crime film directed by Martin Scorsese and co-written by Scorsese and Mardik Martin. The film stars Harvey Keitel and Robert De Niro, and is considered a classic of American cinema. An American in Paris is a classic musical film released in 1951, directed by Vincente Minnelli and starring Gene Kelly and Leslie Caron. The film features iconic dance sequences set to the music of George Gershwin, including the famous ballet finale set to the title song An American in Paris. Stairway to Heaven, directed by Michael Powell, is a classic film that tells the story of a British pilot who is shot down during World War II and finds himself in a strange afterlife where he must defend his right to stay alive and love a woman he met before his death. The film explores themes of love, war, and the afterlife. The classic film, Casablanca, tells the story of Rick Blaine, an American expatriate living in Casablanca during World War II. With iconic performances by Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman, Casablanca has become a beloved classic of American cinema. The 1954 film, A Star is Born, tells the story of a fading Hollywood actor who discovers and falls in love with a young, talented singer. The film has been remade several times, most recently in 2018 starring Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Leon, the Professional, is a 1994 action thriller film directed by Luc Besson. The film stars Jean Reno, Natalie Portman, and Gary Oldman, and has become a cult classic in the years since its release. American Beauty is a 1999 drama film directed by Sam Mendes and written by Alan Ball. This film explores themes of beauty, desire, and the American dream, and won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. The Lives of Others is a critically acclaimed German film that tells the story of a Stasi officer named Gerd Wiesler who is tasked with spying on a playwright and his actor's girlfriend in East Berlin during the Cold War. It explores themes of surveillance, power, and the human capacity for empathy and compassion. The celebration revolves around a family gathering to celebrate the patriarch's 60th birthday. The film, directed by Thomas Vinterberg, is known for its use of the filmmaking style that emphasizes naturalistic acting and minimalistic production values. Singin' in the Rain is a classic Hollywood musical comedy that tells the story of Don Lockwood, a famous silent film star, and his transition to talking pictures. It is known for its iconic musical numbers, including the title song Singin' in the Rain. Citizen Kane is a 1941 American drama film directed, co-written, produced by, and starring Orson Welles. Considered by many to be one of the greatest films ever made, Citizen Kane is a masterpiece of storytelling and filmmaking. Waiting for Guffman is a 1996 film directed by Christopher Guest. It features an ensemble cast including Christopher Guest, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, and Parker Posey. The Sting is a classic 1973 American film directed by George Roy Hill and starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford. This movie was a critical and commercial success, winning 7 Academy Awards including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay. Its iconic soundtrack, composed by Marvin Hamlisch, also won an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score. The Philadelphia story revolves around Tracy Lord, a wealthy socialite who is about to marry for the second time. The film stars Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and James Stewart, and is considered a timeless classic of the genre. The plot of the film, Apocalypse Now, follows Captain Willard, a U.S. Army officer who is sent on a dangerous mission to assassinate a renegade colonel who has gone mad, and is leading his own army in the jungles of Vietnam. It is known for its powerful imagery and themes, and is considered a classic of the war film genre. Life is Beautiful is a 1997 Italian film directed by and starring Roberto Benigni. It is a heartwarming tale of love, hope, and the power of the human spirit. All About Eve is a classic 1950 film that tells the story of a young woman named Eve Harrington who insinuates herself into the life of an aging Broadway star named Margot Channing. It is a timeless exploration of ambition, jealousy, and the cutthroat world of show business. There Will Be Blood is a 2007 American drama film directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. The film was praised for its performances, particularly that of Daniel Day-Lewis, who won an Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of Plainview. La Vie en Rose is a biographical movie that tells the story of French singer Edith Piaf. The title of the movie comes from Piaf's signature song, La Vie en Rose, which translates to Life in Pink. The Apartment is a classic 1960 romantic comedy film directed by Billy Wilder. The film explores themes of love, loneliness, and the corrupting influence of power in the workplace. Chinatown is a classic film from 1974 directed by Roman Polanski and starring Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. It is known for its intricate plot, memorable characters, and stunning cinematography. The Night of the Hunter is a classic thriller film from 1955, directed by Charles Laughton. The film is known for its haunting cinematography and iconic performances, particularly by Robert Mitchum as the chilling and manipulative Powell. Rosemary's Baby is a 1968 horror film directed by Roman Polanski. The movie follows Rosemary Woodhouse, a young woman who moves into a new apartment with her husband. After becoming pregnant and giving birth, she must fight to protect her baby and uncover the truth about the people around her. Fargo, directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, follows the story of Jerry Lundegaard, a car salesman in Minnesota. The film is known for its dark humor, quirky characters, and unique portrayal of the Midwest. Some Like It Hot is a classic comedy film from 1959, directed by Billy Wilder. The film is known for its witty dialogue, hilarious situations, and iconic performances by Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, and Jack Lemmon. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is a 1966 film adaptation of Edward Albee's play of the same name. The film stars Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, George Segal, and Sandy Dennis, and was directed by Mike Nichols. Raging Bull is a 1980 biographical drama film directed by Martin Scorsese. The film tells the story of Jake LaMotta, a middleweight boxer. Starring Robert De Niro, it is widely regarded as one of Scorsese's greatest works and has been praised for its intense portrayal of masculinity, violence, and redemption. The plot of the iconic film, Jaws, revolves around a small New England town that becomes terrorized by a great white shark. The film, directed by Steven Spielberg, was released in 1975 and became a cultural phenomenon, spawning sequels and influencing the way people think about sharks to this day. Forrest Gump is a 1994 American comedy-drama film directed by Robert Zemeckis and written by Eric Roth. The film stars Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise, and Sally Field. It was a critical and commercial success, winning 6 Academy Awards including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Hanks. Gladiator, released in 2000, tells the story of Maximus Decimus Meridius, a Roman general who is betrayed by the corrupt Emperor Commodus and forced to become a gladiator. Maximus seeks revenge against Commodus, which leads to a climactic showdown between the two in the Colosseum. Pulp Fiction is a 1994 American crime film directed by Quentin Tarantino. The film was a critical and commercial success, winning the Palme d'Or at the 1994 Cannes Film Festival and earning 7 Academy Award nominations. It's a Wonderful Life is a classic Christmas movie that tells the story of George Bailey, a man who has always put the needs of others before his own. This movie has become a beloved holiday tradition for many families and continues to inspire audiences with its message of hope and gratitude. The Shining is a classic horror film directed by Stanley Kubrick and based on the novel by Stephen King. The movie is known for its iconic scenes and eerie atmosphere, and has become a beloved classic of the horror genre. On the Waterfront is a classic 1954 film directed by Elia Kazan and starring Marlon Brando. The film is a powerful exploration of loyalty, morality, and the struggle for justice in a world where the odds are stacked against the little guy. The Wizard of Oz is a classic movie that tells the story of a young girl named Dorothy who is swept away from her home in Kansas by a tornado and transported to a magical land called Oz. In the end, Dorothy learns the importance of home and the power of friendship. Kes is a movie directed by Ken Loach, which tells the story of a young boy named Billy who lives in a working-class community in northern England. Loach's film is a realistic portrayal of the challenges faced by working-class youth in Britain during the 1960s. The plot of the cult classic film, With Nail and I, follows 2 struggling actors in 1969 London, with Nail and I, whose real name is never revealed. The film is a dark exploration of friendship, addiction, and the struggles of young artists trying to make it in a harsh world. Goodfellas is a 1990 American crime film directed by Martin Scorsese. It stars Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci, who won an Academy Award for his performance as the volatile and unpredictable Tommy DeVito. It is widely regarded as one of the greatest films ever made, and is known for its realistic portrayal of the mafia lifestyle. Dog Day Afternoon is about a criminal, Sonny Wurtzek, played by Al Pacino, and his accomplice, Sal Natural, played by John Cazale. As things quickly go wrong, their showdown with law enforcement moves toward its inevitable end. Taxi Driver is a 1976 American psychological thriller film directed by Martin Scorsese and written by Paul Schrader. The film stars Robert De Niro as Travis Bickle, a lonely and disturbed taxi driver who becomes obsessed with saving a young prostitute, played by Jodie Foster. This film is widely regarded as a masterpiece of American cinema and has had a lasting impact on popular culture. The Red Shoes is a classic 1948 British film directed by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. The film is known for its stunning visuals, innovative use of color, and memorable score. Boogie Nights is a 1997 American drama film that follows the rise and fall of a young man named Eddie Adams, who becomes a popular pornographic actor in the late 1970s and early 1980s. It explores themes of fame, excess, and the consequences of pursuing the American dream. Annie Hall is a 1977 romantic comedy film directed by Woody Allen. The film was a critical and commercial success, winning 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Actress for Diane Keaton's portrayal of Annie Hall. The Godfather, Part 2, is a film that follows the story of Michael Corleone, the new head of the Corleone crime family, as he tries to expand the family's business into Las Vegas and Cuba. Known for its complex plot, memorable characters, and iconic scenes, it is widely regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. To Kill a Mockingbird is set in small town, Alabama in 1932. Atticus Finch, played by Gregory Peck, is a lawyer and a widow. He defends Tom Robinson, a black man accused of raping a white woman. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is a classic Western film that tells the story of 2 notorious outlaws, Butch and Sundance, as they rob banks and trains throughout the American West. The film stars Paul Newman as Butch Cassidy and Robert Redford as the Sundance Kid. Over the years, this has been one of the most popular movies ever made. A Woman Under the Influence is a 1974 American drama film directed by John Cassavetes. The film explores themes of love, family, and mental illness, and is widely regarded as a masterpiece of American independent cinema. The Godfather is a classic American crime film released in 1972, directed by Francis Ford Coppola and based on the novel of the same name by Mario Puzo. The movie tells the story of the Corleone family, a powerful mafia clan in New York City during the 1940s and 1950s. This movie is widely regarded as one of the greatest movies ever made and has had a significant impact on popular culture. And finally, it is no surprise that the greatest movie ever made, in the minds of most people, is Gone with the Wind. This is a classic American film based on the novel by Margaret Mitchell. Set during the American Civil War, the movie follows the story of Scarlett O'Hara, a Southern belle who falls in love with Rhett Butler, a dashing blockade runner. As the war rages on and the South faces defeat, Scarlett must navigate the challenges of love, loss, and survival in a changing world. The film is known for its epic scope, stunning cinematography, and iconic performances by Vivien Leigh and Clark Gable. Also, over the years, Gone with the Wind has been, and will always remain, a standard in the motion picture industry. There are countless lists of the best movies of all time, but everyone has their own personal favorites. Did your favorite movies make our list? If not, please leave us a note in the comments, and we will be happy to add your favorites to this list. If you would like to watch some of the movies on this list that you haven't seen, you can stream them on Amazon. We'll leave a link in the description. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And, as always, remember, at SurfSideSafe, we are here to make your life much better. And, we'll see you in the next video.